expanding the ranks of student athletes through esports. I'm Tonya Hall for ZDNet and Tech Republic, and joining me from the State University of New York in Canton are Kyle Brown, Assistant Vice President of IT and Chief Information Officer, Molly Mott, Associate Provost, and Randy Szyminski, Athletic Director. Welcome, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
So tell us about SUNY Canton's esports arena.
We're really excited about the new esports arena. It's a terrific space. Our students first came to the unveiling last week, and they were just blown away by it. It's got unbelievable technology. It's a great feel to it. Kyle has done a terrific job with all the technology of that room. Maybe, Kyle, you want to talk a little bit about that, because it's stacked with technology.
Sure. So right from the early part of the project, we realized we wanted to create a competitive space. We didn't want this to be a club space or a handful of computers in a room. We really wanted a professional gaming environment. So we looked to our partners that we've relied on in the past. Starting at the foundation up, looking at the infrastructure, we work with Extreme Networks to provide dedicated switching and management tools so that we can roll out a low latency, high speed network to support the gaming in that area. We also partnered with Alienware, who guided us on the types of equipment that we needed for the space. All of the peripherals and computers and everything else that went in there was with the assistance of their sales engineers. We've also partnered with additional vendors like Vertigear to provide chairs, and purchased high-end professional gaming equipment to complement the technology equipment.
So what does it do? I mean, what can the students actually do there?
The students there can play in a number of esports games that have been installed. We currently have 5 teams, FIFA, Rocket League now as well, Hearthstone, League of Legends. We've designed that space to be able to competitively play all of those games that we currently have, as well as to support any future games that we may add. All of the equipment will support anything we can foreseeably need in the near future. The monitors are 240 hertz refresh rates, Threadripper processors in the 32 gig of RAM, and the computers. I mean, we really overspec them. We've also built in capabilities for console gaming in the future, and Randy can probably address our budding partnership with the ECAC. We've included Xbox One X stations and PlayStation 4 Pro stations at 5 4K 55-inch TVs that are mounted on the wall.
In our relationship with the ECAC and NACE, the governing bodies right now for esports, is terrific. So we've been competing with both of those bodies in the games that Kyle mentioned, as well as FIFA and Overwatch, and we're taking a look at some other different areas that we might enter as well. Fortnite looks like it's going to be a competitive game this year in esports as well. So our students are really excited about all of that, and quite honestly, even more, NBA 2K and other possibilities.
How about academically? Are you using it as a learning lab?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I think it's important to kind of speak to the genesis of it. And that is that we have about 25% of our students that are online, and we needed to find a way to engage our online students in campus life, which includes athletics. And so we actually thought of it in terms of how can we get a student to be on an athletic team, and esports is the way to do it. And, you know, we have it it's underpinned by our game design and development, our technological communication and cybersecurity and graphics and multimedia academic programming. So students can go to engage in campus life, tie into other academic programs, and actually fully participate in the college experience. I think what's really important about it is it's a student retention effort. We know that when we have students engaged in campus life, they're more likely to stay engaged academically as well. So the esports effort is really in student engagement, retention, and recruitment and enrollment tool.
Tell us about the technology employed. You talked about your partnership. I mean, how is it performing?
It's been fantastic so far. I think just based on the students' feedback, the room has been jam-packed every single evening and afternoon with tryouts. We've experienced zero lag with raving feedback about the equipment in terms of being able to compete against the teams that they've been playing against remotely. So it's been fantastic. We have absolutely no complaints whatsoever.
What are your plans for the program now that the arena has actually been deployed?
That's a great question, because our students, it seems like whatever we're offering, they seem to devour it. They just eat it up, and we haven't had a shortage of student participation in any game we've offered so far. And as we continue to grow and look at different games, we've got continued interest from prospective students as well.
And so online students, which is really important. It's not just our traditional students that are interested, it's our online students are interested.
Yeah, and the combination of the current students that we have both on campus, online, and prospective students has been terrific. So, yeah, as we look at it, we just got done building this unbelievable esports arena, and we're utilizing it as much as possible already. We'll continue to do that, and we say, you know, we don't know where. To answer your question, we're not sure where it ends here. You know, we know that the current esports arena is being used as much as we could possibly use it, and will we have to expand from that? We're not sure, but that's kind of a great. It has some great potential. We're excited about that.
You're definitely breaking some ground here. How do you see e-gaming growing universities nationwide?
It seems to be blowing up. You know, every day we seem to be reading about another college that has started with esports. So we feel like it's going to continue to grow, not only here at SUNY Canton, but elsewhere across the nation. And we look at it, like Molly said, is similar to traditional athletics in that it's a great retention effort, it's a great recruiting effort. We looked at our our current student athletes and saw that they have higher GPAs than our general student body. They have higher retention rates and higher graduation rates. And we said, well, how do we have more of that? How do we get more of that at SUNY Canton? And in doing so, really meet the needs and the desires of our online students, our traditional students, and our prospective students coming in. And this really does it for us.
I think people are starting to realize this isn't just students playing games. This is an opportunity for students to be athletes. And they learn a lot when they're on the team. They learn how to cooperate with each other. They learn how to communicate effectively with each other. They strategize, they team build. We want those students to develop those skills in a community, not sitting in their residence hall rooms. So this is an opportunity to engage them into the college experience where it was probably previously limited before. Also, I'd like to say that I think you will see in higher ed quite rapidly a lot more interest in what type of academic programs can be developed to support this growing esports industry. If you think of what goes on with sports management, all the job and career opportunities and the skills needed for that, the same is going to be needed for esports. And currently we have a proposal for an esports management online degree. And that is going to meet the needs of the industry in the future, the career outlook, and I will not be surprised that within higher ed, you're going to see these types of related degrees really taking some traction.
Well, that's really exciting. I love seeing this direction of esports and the fact that you're embracing technology. Kyle Brown, Molly Mott, Randy Semensky, State University of New York, SUNY Canton. Thank you for joining. If somebody wants to connect with you, maybe they want to find out more about the program or connect with you, how can they do that?
The easiest way is probably just to email me at athletics@canton.edu.
Very good. And if you guys want to find more of my interviews, you can do that right here on ZDNet or Tech Republic, or maybe find me by going to tonyahall.net. I've got links to all my social sites. Thanks for watching.